Hello, Justin Maestas, alongside Andrew Hoxie, the forward here for the OC Blues. And Andrew, you're back at home. How's a Sacramento trip?
The Sacramento trip was good, man. It was a chance for the team to bond, get a little team chemistry, and it's that sort of thing. Just everyone being around, enclosed in the area. That's what a team needs to be successful. And unfortunately, Sacramento came up with two very fortunate goals. I'd say we outplayed them in their spot, but that's the way soccer is sometimes, and we just got to keep our heads up. And I'm very excited about the future of this team.
Yeah, Alan Russell scored the one goal coming out of halftime, and I thought you guys played pretty well there in the second half. But speaking of team chemistry, when you went up to Sacramento, and it was your first true road test, you took man of the Instagram page, and you guys kind of bonded together.
Yeah, Instagramming, it's not my forte, but I got to step up my game a little bit with my social media side, and it was fun. It was good to play some pranks on the guys and catch some people sleeping and all that good stuff. So it was pretty fun.
Yeah, look forward to the next road trip. Hashtag Hoxiegrams, isn't it?
Hashtag Hoxiegrams.
We'll look forward to that going forward. And you talked about the chemistry here, and you guys had a bonding experience. How do you think that's going to go forward? Is that going to have you guys playing better?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, anytime you get a group of guys together that don't really know each other, and it's going to take a while to get together, and I think this trip really bonded us on a different level. So I'm excited for our next trip against Oklahoma, and I know we're going to come off with a W. So,
and I kind of have a special connection here, Andrew, a little bit on a personal level. The first time he was in Southern California, I met him in the office, and your first time in Southern California, you're already in a Blues uniform. How did that go?
It is the first people I actually really talked to from the Blues office. A good first impression. You guys are pretty nice, and it was just an overall good vibe when I walked into the office. So,
and we gave you a scarf too, so I hope you appreciated that, and you wear that around the supermarket a whole bunch, hopefully.
Everywhere, man. Sleep with it.
All right, I appreciate the interview, Andrew Hoxie, and hopefully you guys can get a win tonight, and we'll talk to you next time. Remember, hashtag Hoxiegrams. Next road trip. Look up for them. Justin Maestas will pass it over to Brad Paul, who has an interview for himself.
Hi, Brad Paul here with the captain of the street team, Marcia. And Marcia, what are the OC Blues street team doing to get more fans out here to the games and more street team members?
We're just involved in the community, attending AYSO events, attending tournaments, just visiting the Boys and Girls Club, just involved with everyone in the community, letting them know about the team and just taking part in a lot of activities.
And is there any upcoming events for the OC Blues street team?
We are going to be at the Huntington Beach Sand Soccer Tournament in June, but we also are looking into a lot of AYSO tournaments to be a part of.
And what are some ways that the OC Blues street team is involved in social media?
We are on Instagram, OC Blues Street Team, and we like to post our events on there, give shout outs to tournament winners and stuff like that.
All right, thanks a lot, Marcia, and we'll be back with Justin with an interview with the captain, Alan Russell.
Hey, Justin Maestas is alongside Captain Alan Russell, and Alan, we were talking about earlier, how was that road trip going into Sacramento?
Although the result wasn't what we wanted, there was a lot to take from it. There's a lot of guys that have stepped into professional level who are looking for at the point where things change, and for a lot of them, they'll take a lot from it. There was camaraderie, there was good team spirit, and especially, I think it showed especially in the second half performance. It took us 45 minutes, unfortunately, to get into the game, but the way we played in the second half, I think can stand us in good stead for when we go forward.
And Alan Russell is actually the one who scored that tying goal just after halftime. And we talked to Andrew Hoxie earlier today, and he said it was a great bonding experience going on the road. Your first real road test, how do you think that's going to equate in Oklahoma this next weekend?
Yeah, I mean, going on the road is the best way to gel your team. I mean, I really agree with that. And as I said, the young ones will take a lot from it. And the more you're on the road and the more you experience on the road together, the closer you become. So as the season goes on, we'll get better. The boys will get closer, and we'll be there in the end where we need to be.
Okay, and there's a lot of young players, like you said, and they're really gelling up. You think this can really be a playoff team going forward?
Yeah, I do. I have every belief that this can be a playoff team. Every year when you bring new players in, especially younger players, it doesn't happen straight away. They have to make a lot of mistakes. They have to get in fights with people. They have to learn, and now they're starting to get it.
And Alan, this is the first time I've talked to you personally, and I want to have this opportunity to ask you about the rebranding period. Last year was a different story, different team. This year, I mean, new kit, new emblem, new players. What do you think of it so far?
I think it's been great, and I think in the long run it'll be what this club needs. I've said it before. We should have been down here a couple of years ago. The staff that are in place now will build the club up. We have an amazing owner. And yeah, I mean, the future's very bright for OC Blues.
And last year they played at Cal State Fullerton, and now they're playing on the campus of UC Irvine. And I really do appreciate you coming and interviewing with me, and hopefully we can get a win tonight.
Yeah, we will.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
You are looking live at Anteater Stadium on the campus of UC Irvine, where the Orange County Blues are set to clash with the Charlotte Eagles. And a big game for both sides, who are trying to stop two-game losing skids. Mark Serber alongside Brad Paul. And Brad, whenever these two teams get together, very exciting. Last year, these two teams had 13 goals in their 2 games.
Yes, it was very exciting. Look for a very important point player for the Charlotte Eagles, Jorge Herrera, who leads the team with 4 goals. Also, he scored a point in every single game. The only game he did not score, he got an assist, so he earned a point. And the other man we want to look for tonight, who is also very exciting, is the man that leads the league in assists, Drew Yates.
And, of course, for the Orange County Blues, Chris Cortez, 3 goals and 1 assist in those 2 games last year against the Charlotte Eagles. And for both these teams, very important not only to climb the table, but also because the Orange County Blues need these 3 points before they leave California for the first time this season on their road trip. Meanwhile, the Charlotte Eagles are trying to navigate their 3rd game in 6 days on this West Coast swing and their 4th game of 6 on the road.
Yes, the Charlotte Eagles will want to have all their players working full cylinders, 100%. So look for many tactical substitutions tonight as they're trying to save legs for the remaining games. And for the OC Blues, the only road test that they've had was going up to Sacramento. Lost a very tough one last week, 2-1, in front of a raucous 20,000 fans.
Well, for this Orange County side, plenty of changes being made, not only to the game day roster, but the starting lineup as well. Out of the lineup is Russell carrying a knock. McKenzie has actually been called back to Portland, where he might suit up for the match against the LA Galaxy on Sunday. O'Leary is out with a few nagging injuries, and Hoaxie out of the lineup as well. Coming in is Prado. He's going to get the start. Momani is back from a 1-game suspension for the red card he got against the LA Galaxy 2 in that 3-0 loss. And a new signing for the Blues, Dersu Abofati, the 23-year-old out of Stanford who played under GM John Spencer with the Orange County Blue Stars, is coming into the lineup, and he's going to be the point man. Well, Okai behind him will look to link the defense in the midfield, and Kim will be the destroyer.
Yes, we saw in the last home match here, Okai and Kim work very well together, distributing that ball to the men up front, and it's going to be the OC Blues that have to make a statement here and get on the board first.
Both teams most likely to come out in the same formation of 4-2-3-1. So you have your 4 backs, the 2 holding midfielders, one who acts as the destroyer, the other who will act as the link player, and then the 3 creative players looking to link up with the forward. As we take a look at the game set up here, both teams on 6 points, but the Charlotte Eagles are in 10th place, while Orange County Blues are in 11th because they've played 1 less game and have a better goal differential. We talked about the loss to Sacramento. McKenzie, USL Pro Team of the Week, no longer here, though. Russell and Giovanni Santana, well, neither of them are either on the roster or getting the start tonight. And, of course, OKC Energy, the first test out of California for this Orange County Blues squad. So we're going to go down to the field and listen to the player introductions and the playing of our national anthem, and then we'll be back with all the first half action.
Defender Matt Gold. Number 21, defender J.J. Greer. Number 20, defender John Leathers. Number 5, defender Ben Newnham. Number 2, midfielder Fred Sekcherry. Number 12 at midfielder, Drew Yates. Number 8, midfielder Juan Guzman. Number 9, midfielder Wells Thompson. Number 10, midfielder Jorge Herrera. Number 7, forward Zach Boggs. Head coach of the Charlotte Eagles is Mark Steffens. And now, presented by Sports One Marketing, let's meet the starting lineup for your Orange County Blues. In goal, number 1, Patrick McLean. Number 13, defender Murshad Momini. Number 21, defender Taylor Pay. Number 4, defender Fabrice Gotra. Number 15, defender Josh Suggs. Number 2, midfielder Stephen Okai. Number 14, midfielder Soonju Kim. Number 28, midfielder Dersu Abofati. Number 19, midfielder William Prado. Number 20 midfielder Christopher Santana. Number 9 forward Chris Cortez. Head coach of your Orange County Blues is Dariush Yazdani. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. Blues promote good sportsmanship by athletes, coaches, and
Team's going through the customary handshakes as we'd like to welcome all of you listening on YouTube, and a special welcome to those of you listening in Charlotte, North Carolina, and in the metro area. Thank you for staying up late tonight to watch this game, and to the fans of the Orange County Blues as well, and the USL Pro everywhere as we get set for this match. The Orange County Blues in their all-blue kits, well, the Charlotte Eagles in their traditional orange jerseys with black shorts and orange socks. And for this Charlotte Eagles side, they've only been held scoreless in one game, and that was the first game of the season. Since then, they've been on the board in every single game, and even though they're 2-4, this is a very dangerous team. But I talked to Mark Steffens yesterday, and he said that playing 3 games in 6 days is nearly impossible, and what his team is most likely going to do, sit back, low pressure, and then look to hit on the brakes. So that's something that the Blues, Brad, are going to have to be very careful and cognizant of tonight.
Yes, there is some changes here in the Blues lineup. We have Rashawn McKenzie that was called up, so the defense, the back line, they'll have to work together and communicate to keep the Charlotte Eagles out of their own net.
And that's one thing that General Manager John Spencer said, was that the defense needs to work on being a more cohesive unit. But the defense doesn't just start with that back four. It starts with Chris Cortez up top, making sure that they're in the right spots to stop the counterattacks, and that's something we're going to look out for here tonight. Another thing he said is that the team needs to be quicker in transition, and they need to be more ruthless. He was very upset that when they got to the 1-1 against Sacramento, that they didn't take that game by the scruff of the neck, and instead it was Sacramento who went on to get that winner. And so the Blues have to be more ruthless, quicker in transition, and we'll see if they can do that tonight against a very good Charlotte Eagles side, for which Jorge Herrera has scored or had an assist in every game that Charlotte has scored this season.
And you better believe the OC Blues know that they're playing their 3rd game in 6 days, so look for that high-pressure attack to come as well.
And 2 players getting the start tonight for the Orange County Blues. Paco Prado and Stefan Okai both played their rookie seasons last year for the Charlotte Eagles. And in fact, Okai had 4 goals and 1 assist in 24 appearances for them, while Prado still looking for his first USL point. And this is the new signing, Abofate chasing. J.J. Greer able to get it away, the rookie out of Memphis. And Abofate does well to get back. Mirshad Momeni. The safety valve is Pay. Good combination passing from the Blues, and it opens up for Prado. Good early cross in and played back to the keeper. And Duckworth is just going to clear it to safety.
And as we saw there, right at the beginning of the telecast, great pressure by the new signing Abelfati, earning possession and making that great pass.
Abelfati, former youth U.S. international. There's that long ball looking for Wells Thompson, 30-year-old who joined this season from the Chicago Fire. Distinguished career in Major League Soccer, won the 2007 U.S. Open Cup with the New England Revolution, played for the Rapids as well. And this is Cortez. Christopher Santana looking to cut inside. Very good defending. Santana able to stay with it, and he put that cross too close to Duckworth.
That was good movement by Chris Cortez to get that ball at the point, and great distribution from Stephen Okai out of the back. We look to see if that can continue all night long, as Charlotte Eagles know that they got tired legs and they want to try and stay as fresh as possible.
Well, the Blues are especially going to have to look out for Herrera. 5 goals and 4 assists all time against the Blues, as this series is tied all time at 2-2-1. Both teams have scored 12 goals and have conceded 12 goals as well. Only one game between these two teams has ended with a team winning by more than 1 goal. And the foul called on Prado.
Foul OC Blues.
Getting his first start of this season, Paco Prado. 3rd appearance for the Orange County Blues. And it comes against his former employers. Carried out of the back by Leathers. Sprayed out wide, unable to control it on that far side. And it gives the ball right back to Orange County at midfield.
Charlotte looking a little shaky here to start, as the ball has been mostly in their own half, but you got to like the possession that's being held by the OC Blues right now.
Well, Cortez played it inside. Easy for Greer in the end. And Greer has space to make that clearance, so we're not seeing that high pressure that Dariush Yazdani wants from his side. Yazdani, of course, in just his 2nd season. Well, Mark Steffens in his 18th season, 2-time USL Pro Coach of the Year, and he has gotten his side into 13 of the last 16 playoffs, including taking this side to the final last year, where they had an epic battle with Orlando City, falling just short 7-4.
Very high-scoring championship game there, and it hasn't really brought over to this year, but Charlotte Eagles know how to win, and they have an experienced coach that could help them get out of this rut that they're currently sitting in.
Well, this is a Charlotte Eagles side. 18 new players signed this season, and still some new players coming in. In fact, in their first game of the season, a 1-0 loss against Dayton, 8 players made their debut for the Eagles. So Steffen said his biggest worry is just building that team chemistry. Is Prado trying to get by? Once again, the ball will stay with the Blues. Mirshad Momeni doesn't really look like a destroyer, but he leads the league in fouls with 15. Kim, 18-year-old out of Busan, South Korea.
And speaking of Momeni, you really want to have a tough defender on your right back, and he might be small in stature, but definitely a very fierce competitor.
And Momeni playing in the back because of the absence of Seth Moses. But that's the great thing about Momeni, is that when they need a back, he can go to the outside back position. And when Seth Moses is healthy, he can go up to the wing. And that's what's helping him here, is the fact that he's allowed to attack out of the back. Seth Moses, about 1 or 2 games away from coming back. They hope to use him on Saturday in Oklahoma City, coming back from a hamstring injury, as we saw him pull up lame in that 4-1 victory against the Harrisburg City Islanders. but the break could be on for Charlotte. Orange jerseys pouring forward here. Switch smartly cut out by Pay. Prado. Good high pressure from Newnham, but the Blues able to get it clear, and this is Kim chasing. He gets there first. Cortez was making a good run. Kim uses the space, and he was closed down quickly. Cortez looking to get on the end of this one, played behind him, and cleared out. Only as far as Momeni. Looks to put it in early. That's good service. Cortez gets his head on it. Easy for Duckworth in the end.
Well, this game has so far been very wide open. A lot of possession and great runs for the OC Blues, but Kim needed to find Cortez. He had the lane. He made that run towards goal, and if Kim would have found him earlier, might have been 1-0 Blues already.
Newnham.
And as we look at that replay, well, Cortez gets it on his head, but just right into the hands of the keeper.
Newnham once again, second-year man out of Wake Forest. But this one will go all the way through to Patrick McLean, getting the start tonight over Muhammad Mohammadi. McLean with 20 saves on 31 shots faced this season. The Blues conceded 9 corner kicks against Sacramento Republic and allowed 14 shots. Only 4 of them were on goal, but 2 of them went in. So that's one thing Sacramento does really well, is they take their chances, and that's something that both coaches have told me they want their side to do better, is take their chances. We'll see if they can here tonight, as these are usually high-scoring affairs. 4-3 last year here at Anteater Stadium, and a 3-3 draw back in North Carolina when these two teams played last year. Newnham on the overlap, and the chance goes begging. USLProSoccer.com. Score, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. As Yates is chasing, Okai able to get it back. Nice turn from Prado. Good sliding challenge. And smartly headed back to his keeper from Pay.
And talking earlier about those goals that were conceded by McLean, the defense was getting beat on those long balls. They were just getting hit directly. But since then, the defense has done a nice job creating those offsides traps and always having a man back. And we saw that with the addition of Rashawn McKenzie. But ever since then, the Blues have been doing a lot better in the back. And McLean gets the nod tonight, hoping to keep that goals against down.
A smart throw in back to the keeper, so the Blues will hit the reset button. Still scoreless in the 9th minute between the Orange County Blues and the Charlotte Eagles. Both teams stuck on 6 points, but Charlotte occupies the 10th spot and the Blues the 11th. So the little touch from Boggs was looking to reach Yates, former national champion with the University of Maryland, unable to get to it. And one combination that the Blues really have to be aware of is Yates and Herrera. If you go through and you look at the stats, it seems like almost all the goals are Herrera from Yates or Yates from Herrera. They like to return the favor. So Kim wins it in midfield. Okai rather popped it up. And Cortez, lovely ball outside. 3 players waiting to get in on the box. The overlap on the far side. And running out of real estate where the Blues, they had something on there, but not the best pass in the end, Brad.
Yeah, and one thing the Blues are doing really well is they're not forcing the issue. They're not afraid to hit the reset button and play the ball back to their defenders or even to the keeper, McLean. Okai's doing a nice job of distributing and knowing when to go forward.
Neatly brought down by Thompson. Newnham venturing forward once again. Tried to play it at the top of the box, and the Blues have got to get to that ball quicker. They got lucky there, but they really need to engage a bit quicker and make sure that they don't give up that space right at the top of the area. Newnham asking for it instead. J.J. Greer elects to go the other way. And there's that long ball Charlotte's looking for. Neatly bought down. Played in the box. And that's a good step from Gotra. Cortez loses out, but it falls kindly for Kim. Good job by the 18-year-old to bring it under control. And Okai with a little touch out wide for the Iranian. Momeni will go back to P.
This is good team talking soccer right here. Dariush Yazdani has to be happy with the control that his team has been playing with so far early on.
Thompson showing his calmness and strength on the ball.
OC Blues athletic training partner.
And Charlotte happy to keep possession and work it around. Noonan brings it down on the chest. Looking for that run through, smartly headed away by Momeni. Sekchiri tried to play it through, but nobody was making the run. That was a pretty heavy ball back for Pay there. Did well to control it, and then Suggs almost putting McLean in an awkward situation, but he's able to sweep it up. Abufati winning the header in midfield.
Blues doing a great job switching the attack, finding that long ball, going deep. But one thing that I don't know if it's me, Mark, but just being here in person, it really looks like the Blues are a way bigger team, way stronger, way physical. They need to put that pressure up on the defensive end.
Visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro, where you'll find all the scores and reaction to the games as we're getting set for a very exciting weekend, starting out with this match here tonight. Wells Thompson. Noonan. Enjoys getting forward, Noonan. Guzman. And Greer plays it across for his center back partner. Long clearance is easy for Gotra. And Okai will get it back to Pay. We were told at the beginning of the year that it was pronounced P, but it is actually Pay. So the joke was on us, I guess, for first few games. And it's Momeni looking to join the party. Well, he didn't have a ticket. Gets it back, Momeni, and that's just a bit too far ahead of Abufati.
Well, that was a good idea there by Momeni, but OC Blues got to get back and fill up those holes. This game is very wide open. A lot of possession being played here when a team gets the ball. Got to have that high attack on defense.
Guzman. Sekchiri. Greer. Poor ball right to Prado. What can the former Charlotte Eagle conjure up here? Cortez. Blues got to move that ball quicker, Brad. As Yates has it taken off his foot by Kim, but he was looking for Herrera.
Yeah, they got the ball switched eventually, but still got to be 1-2 touches and then off the foot to the next guy.
Well, the 33-year-old Herrera tied for first in goals in the league along with Kevin Molino and is also second in points behind Kevin Molino of Orlando City. He has 10 points, Herrera. Molino has 12. And Drew Yates tied with Molino as well at the top of the assist chart with 4. So the Charlotte Eagles may not have turned their goals into wins, but they have their players at the top of the USL Pro charts.
Well, so far, Charlotte's been looking very flat, but they, as we said earlier in the broadcast, third game in 6 days, never an easy feat in professional soccer, and it's looking like it's showing those tired legs right now.
Well, the Eagles playing very smart, getting forward when they have the opportunity. And Stefan said it's all about squad rotation and being smart with the ball when you have to play this many games in such a short period of time. And you can see that's what they're doing here. Everything very simple. When we talk about that, this is the 4th of a 6-game road trip. The good news is that Charlotte does get to go home and play a match in the U.S. Open Cup against Premier Development League side Carolina Dynamo in the second round of the U.S. Open Cup. So at least they'll have that reprieve on the 14th, while the Blues, after their match on Saturday against Oklahoma City, will have to come back to California and head up north to face the Fresno Fuego. And the Fuego usually get around 8,000 people per game and is a very good Premier Development League side. So very tough test for both teams who need to win in, I believe, the first 2 rounds in order to get a chance to face off against an MLS side.
And it was unfortunate there. Kim stopped his run. Cortez able to control it, trying to hit him down the sideline. But Charlotte Eagles, they're going to take the ball back. But there's that high pressure that the Blues need to keep up.
Okai a bit too tactile for the referee's liking. Bernard Hosu is the man in the middle tonight.
And I don't know if it's just me, Mark, but these orange jerseys, they just make them look small out there, the Charlotte Eagles.
Well, I like it because I can read the numbers on the back of the jerseys. Saw the Blues playing those white shirts the other night. We couldn't read the back of their jerseys at all.
White on white. I never understood that.
Noonan. Good ball, and here comes the cross from Yates. Pei was well stationed. Sekchiri. Smart ball inside for Herrera. The Colombian was looking to play it into the channel, but it was well read by Josh Suggs. And good combination play. And they're passing a ball with a purpose, Brad, but it just needs to be a little bit crisper.
Yeah, if that ball was put more at the feet of Cortez, he could have held it a little longer, but unfortunately it was outstretched his foot, and Charlotte was able to gain control back. And now they have the ball in the OC Blues half.
Guzman. Joined in 2010 out of Liberty, the 25-year-old Guzman. And well read once again. And that's a free kick from a very dangerous position. And we could have our first card of the game here as Hosu calling over Pei. And instead it's just going to be a strict talking to. I've seen him given for less, though.
And if we look at the replay, he's going to stick his foot out, but Pei's just going to come right through like a bulldozer. As we've seen, though, the OC Blues have given up 2 free kick goals almost from a similar spot, Mark. So McLean's going to have to line up his wall here and make sure that nothing gets by here.
And it is Juan Guzman. Seems to be struggling. Going to take his time getting up, but he's a tough customer, Guzman. And you know who can strike these is Herrera.
And he looks like he's lining up to take this one. Earning a point in every single game this year. Herrera looking to add to that point total and put another goal on the board.
Well, Herrera and Thompson are the main protagonists in this plot here. Are we going to see a shot straight on goal or something from the training ground?
And it looks to be only a 3-man wall with Momeni coming off the side looking to charge in case there's a touch on the ball first.
And it is going to be Herrera. And he plays it inside to Thompson. Good sliding challenge. You have to get that ball or else it's going to be a penalty. Very good work from Albofati. Always so dangerous when you go to ground in the box. And the shot, McLean got down well.
Yeah, the Blues, they needed to push up there. As soon as that challenge came in and won in the box, you have to get your men forward. And that could happen. Ball given up and a shot on goal. But it was a great save by McLean, reaching to his right, knocking it away for a corner kick.
First corner kick of the night for either side. Yates is in the corner. 5 players queuing up in the box for the Charlotte Eagles. And, of course, they go short with it. Yates and Herrera looking to combine. Back out wide to Yates. Yates trying to go one-on-one against Momeni. Able to get to the byline. Momeni gets a foot in, and it was a good challenge, but it's at the expense of the second corner for the Charlotte Eagles.
It looked like it might have been able to go off the Charlotte Eagles' foot right there, but another second corner of the match already. And it looks like they have set plays here. They might want to play this one short again.
Oh, that's a good ball in, headed at the back post. But it's really catching practice for McLean, who's a boss in that area.
Another great save by Patrick McLean.
McLean with his second save in about 2 minutes. And we're still scoreless from Anteater Stadium in the 22nd minute of play. Which way is this one going to go? It's against the Blues in the referee's point of view. And Herrera coming over to this one as well.
Charlotte really taking their time with these free quick kicks. Not really so much of a quick start team, which is a benefit for the OC Blues, getting men back. But so far, no execution from Charlotte. Did almost have a chance with that header there on that corner. Just didn't get high enough. And as you said, catching practice for McLean.
Well, the Cavalry is up from the back for this one. The Colombian looking to curl it in. Played a bit too low. Not the proper trajectory. And the Blues clear it right back to Herrera. Good work from Kim, and Herrera will be whistled for taking him down.
Foul, Charlotte Eagles.
And we're almost halfway here, the first half. Pretty even matchup, but definitely the possession advantage going to the OC Blues. They just need to make sure that those opportunities, when they get Chris Cortez at the point, he just needs to hold it a little bit longer so he could distribute out wide and hit Momeni on those runs.
But despite the possession, you have to feel that Charlotte's really grown into this game in the last few minutes, Brad.
Yeah, they were flat to start. It might be because of all those games they've been playing on this road trip, but these two teams, they have a history, and they go back and forth, and lots of goals have been scored between these two teams. Just nothing on the board yet.
A Gold with the header. And some crisp passing from the Charlotte Eagles. Repelled by Josh Suggs and sent right back his way, and Suggs is there again.
As much as Charlotte has, grown into this game, it also seems like their communication between each other has gotten a lot better, which is allowing them to get that ball into the third of the OC Blues defense.
Well, we talk about players trying to conserve energy, but Newnham has gotten forward at every opportunity, and Okai will be whistled for the foul. He's going to say it's shoulder to shoulder, but instead he's going to go into the referee's book in the 24th minute.
And that was a pretty tough foul there by Stephen Okai, but no harm on the play, but he's still going to earn that card. As we see here, Stephen Okai lines them up, gives a shoulder shrug, earning a free kick for Charlotte in a very dangerous position. It's almost like a corner kick as they got their head on the last one.
Okai a bit overzealous on that challenge.
He's going to see the replay on that and think maybe I shouldn't do that next time.
Herrera is lining this one up. Needs to play the ball a bit higher this time. Served into the back post with good pace. However, nobody at the back stick able to head that one back into the mixer. And it goes out for an Orange County goal kick.
And I was just about to say how this match has not been that physical until Okai here in the 24th minute.
Perhaps Okai watching some of the NFL draft before tonight's game. It's Newnham causing all the troubles on that flank once again. And right now, it's just a bit too predictable from the Blues. That's better from Momeni. Unfortunately, runs out of real estate. Eagles pressuring so well to win the ball right now as they continue to grow in confidence. And Newnham's been a big part of that. Smart little touch from Guzman.
Hey fans, have you filled out your A
Good switch of possession by Charlotte Eagles, but again, we need to see that high pressure attack from the OC Blues so it can go on that counter. Cortez is doing a great job getting that ball at the point.
If you haven't gotten your slip yet, be sure to stop by.
Pay working one-on-one against Herrera, and he wins the battle. And the Blues content to try and pass their way out of the back. Great turn from Prado. However, that ball skipped past him at pace. Just didn't get the touch on it that he needed to slow it down. And I'd say Noonan has had about 70% of Charlotte's possession tonight. Well, in the middle, Juan Guzman's doing a great job of dictating the rhythm and the pace of play for Charlotte when they have the ball. No foul called there, and a nice turn from Zach Boggs. Good switch from Sekchiri.
Roxanne Medical, the official sponsor of the Orange County
And Orange County looking to run Chris Cortez ragged around the back.
And one thing the Blues have to look out for tonight is when they gain possession, they're slowly creeping up, trying to get all their men into the attacking zone. They have to make sure when they give it up to not get countered.
Gold with the long searching ball. First header won by Suggs, and Okai gets it right back to him. Still scoreless in the 28th minute between the Orange County Blues and the Charlotte Eagles. Mark Serber alongside Brad Paul. Hope you're enjoying our coverage here on the Orange County Blues YouTube page. Thompson cuts inside onto his favorite right foot. Back to Fred Shaqiri. Good ball in. And Sekchiri gets it once again. Trying to spin away, and he'll be whistled for the foul. And then trying to play it quickly was the Blues, and it's ill-advised as the break is on here for the Charlotte Eagles. Good work to save it from Greer, who's jumped into the attack. The Blues giving away possession very cheaply, and McLean's going to have to come out and claim this one.
That's one thing Yazdani cannot be happy about. You're in your own third, give away a ball just like that on a quick restart. Almost a deadly opportunity for Charlotte.
Fans, make sure to follow @USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. And with this game on YouTube, go on YouTube, watch the game, and then tweet out your thoughts. Let us know what you think about this one here as we're scoreless approaching the half-hour mark. Beautiful night in Irvine, California, where the Orange County Blues are locked in this battle with the Charlotte Eagles. Both teams looking not only to break a two-game winless skid, but to also get back on track and try and propel themselves up this USL Pro table. Still early in the season, but if you get caught behind, you're going to have to play catch-up for the rest of the year. Every game is going to be very draining.
Yeah, it's crucial to earn those points if you're not going to get that victory. Even a tie is very important to get in the top 8 spot.
Thompson chasing. Yates is waiting for him to head it back to him. Instead, Thompson tries to spin off, and getting back is Prado. Cortez needs a bit more support. Now he finds it. And Prado overhit that one. Guzman. And Okai is down. And the ref stopping play because it could be a head injury. Otherwise, there's no obligation for the referee to stop play. On the 30th minute mark, Okai struggling just a bit.
Well, we hope he's okay. He's been doing a great job so far tonight, distributing out of the back. But like you said, there needs to be more support for Chris Cortez. He has so far done an excellent job tonight. If they can get him some help up top attacking, we could see some goals flying very fast into the back of that net tonight.
Well, it's almost like you see the Blues as we look at a counterattack that could be on here for the Charlotte Eagles. And it's Thompson. And Momeni lucky that he got a foot on that ball. Newnham once again. And that ball lacking the necessary trajectory, and it's headed clear. Gold getting forward for the first time tonight. And that had to be the perfect trap. Otherwise, a heavy touch would have brought that ball right to the Charlotte Eagles. Oh, and Kim sliding in late.
Yeah, Kim held on to that one a little too long. He had Prado out wide, and to start that counterattack, you need to get rid of the ball. He held on it way too long. And another thing they tell you when you're kids, do not clear it to the middle. Kim took that one right up, lost possession, luckily stopped play with a foul.
Well, Kim very lucky not to be the second person written into the referee's book. Bernard Hosu being very lenient there. And it's Gold. Newnham. And it's Momeni with a strong challenge. Momeni doing very well against the former MLSer. Guzman chasing, able to get a little touch. And safety first from Okai. 32nd minute, and Charlotte has all 10 outfielders, well, until Greer dropped back in the offensive half. Herrera.
Keep yourself hydrated down in our concession stands.
Yates. Charlotte poking and prodding at the seams of this Orange County defense, and Yates smashes it into the corner, and Orange County has a 1-0 lead in the 33rd minute.
That was quite an impressive turn by Drew Yates there. Gets the ball, brings it around to his left foot, shielded very beautifully. I don't know if that was intended to be a shot. He had two men running to the back post to clear that up if McLean were to stop that. Sure enough, just past his outstretched fingertips, and Charlotte Eagles have broke the scoring here with one goal.
Yates with his second goal of the season. And the Orange County Blues with it all to do here. Started off brightly, but have faded in this latter part of the first half.
Back those Blues.
A free kick will go the Blues' way. Can they get back on level terms via the set piece? There's one thing I was going to say, Brad, is it looks like you can see the indecisiveness of the Blues. They want to get forward and help out Cortez, but they're too afraid of getting caught on the counter. They need to be a team that's able to play that transition game, or else they're going to struggle in this league, and they're struggling here right now.
This first half is really two stories to tell here.
This one floated in too long, and it's easy for Duckworth in the end.
That's been some good in-game adjustments from Charlotte Eagles. But the OC Blues have to counter this, and you don't want to go down 2 goals here, especially on your own home field advantage.
Well, last year, the Blues were 8-3-3 at home. Big reason they got into the playoffs. However, right now, they are just 2-2.
Well, you got to like the effort that Cortez is playing with tonight. He just needs that help from all his counterparts. But maybe this free kick right here, as it looks like it's going to be Suggs with a left foot to put on the in-swinger. Maybe Cortez could get his head on top of this one.
Suggs has to get the delivery right. Played a bit too short. Ball needs to be sent deeper into the box. Can Suggs do it again? Has 3 players running, and Cortez gets his head on it, but nowhere near the target. And Duckworth just watches it roll to safety.
Header just wide by
35th minute.
Chris Cortez.
1-0 in favor of the Charlotte Eagles as Drew Yates turned sweetly in the box and smashed it into the far corner as McLean was left for dead. So we take a look at this last chance, and not sure, Brad, whether Cortez was trying to find the far corner or push that back across goal.
He's been working very hard tonight and seems to be only one getting that offensive pressure up in the box. So good effort there, and he just needs to have his counterparts there on that back end.
And you see Cortez pressuring up top, but nobody else supporting him. Now they come up, but it's too easy for Newnham to get it down the line. Thompson. Goes to ground. Referee not interested. It's smart from Gold to get it back to his keeper. Gold joining last year from the San Antonio Scorpions. Spent 2011 with Toronto FC.
World Travel is the official travel partner of the OC Blues FC.
Newnham. Thompson dispossessed. Prado. Bowled over. Play goes on. Sekchiri. Oh, not a bad idea, but it was too easily read by that back line from the Orange County Blues. Sekchiri able to muscle Prado off the ball. Now finds it at his feet and will get it back to Gold. Little touch for Greer.
That Charlotte Eagles attack, that defense, as soon as they lose the ball, is very quick to jump all over those midfielders of the OC Blues.
Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow @Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. And Brad, I don't know if you've seen some of their commercials for the World Cup, but they're epic.
I like that one where the winner stays on with Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney. Got to get you all excited for the World Cup coming up in June.
Another ball tried to be sprung through the channel, but the Blues are wise to it. As that ball played over Suggs. Gautraz there. Good turn from Herrera. Good strength to keep that ball as well. Thompson will wait for the overlap from Newnham. It allows him to cut inside. Sekchiri. Nice little tap inside. However, the Blues able to win that ball back. However, no outlet for the Orange County Blues, and they give the ball right back to the men in orange.
The Wyndham Irvine Hotel is the official partner of the OC Blues. Newly remodeled and located near John
Poked away in midfield. And Abou Fati trying to bulldoze his way through, but Sekchiri wins out.
Live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity.
Prado went in a bit too tentatively there, and the Eagles are able to maintain possession.
Blues defense looks flat here as Charlotte is just able to play back and forth across the end line. The sidelines here. Too easy right now.
Well, Mark Steffen said before the game that his team was going to apply low pressure, wait to take their chances to counter. I think he was just being a little bit deceptive. Very smart coach. Knows how to get points on the road, Mark Steffens. Last year, his squad get left only 2 losses on the road, 3 wins and 7 draws. They can take points off of teams, and they're showing that here. As the USL Pro on YouTube, every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014, as the features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Orange County Blues YouTube channel and also the Charlotte Eagles YouTube channel as well. And once again, we want to give a warm welcome to those of you staying up late on the East Coast to watch this match between the Charlotte Eagles and the Orange County Blues. John Spencer, Brad, talking before this game how he wants his team to be a bit more ruthless, have a bit more bite about them. They haven't really shown that in this first half, have they?
Only about the first 5 minutes, really. OC Blues had all the possession, and even in the third of the Charlotte Eagles. But since then, completely different game.
Well, Russell out with a knock. Alan Russell, the Scottish captain for the Orange County Blues. How much are they missing him right now?
Well, Chris Cortez has been doing a great job being the point man up top, which is normally Russell. But if you got to figure, if Russell was in with Cortez, this might be a completely different attack from the OC Blues.
Greer just smashes it to safety. And the Blues getting ready to flick the switch on a double substitution as Prado will come out. So just 41 minutes against his former club for Paco Prado. And coming in for him is Gibson Bardsley. So one former Charlotte Eagle player for another.
And it also looks like the newcomer Abou-Fati is going to be stepping off.
Well, that'll be it for Abou-Fati on his debut. Lasting 42 minutes, and coming in for him is Gabriel Gonzalez, somebody I was surprised that wasn't included in the starting lineup.
Gabriel Gonzalez replacing number 28, Dersu Abou-Fati. Also, number 17, Gibson Bardsley replacing number 17, number 19, William Prado.
Well, we saw Bardsley come in there. Great pressure, the fresh legs, and that's what Yazdani wants to see from the rest of his team. Let's see if it translates here at the end of the first half. But it looks like there's going to be a stern talking to these Blues players in the halftime locker room.
Just about 4 minutes and change left in this first half. You know Kim will always fight for the balls. There's a Charlotte Eagle player down. And just waiting to make sure that he's okay. And now that he is, Charlotte will play on. Good sportsmanship from the Blues to wait and see what happens, but they're under no obligation to let that go.
For the OC Blues. Dr.
Good
Greenbaum
turn
is
from
located
Secretary.
in Irvine. Learn more about Dr. Greenbaum by visiting
Gold. It's a bit too easy for Herrera to check into that pocket and go try with the clearance. Gonzalez with his first touch of the evening. Cortez wearing the captain's armband in place of Russell. And a good job by Kim to get back and force Herrera to turn around.
We haven't really said Santana's name much today except for the opening series that the OC Blues had. It'd be important to get him working with Gabriel Gonzalez now, who's checked in for Abou-Fati. Let's see if this can change the attack, as also maybe bring some more high pressure into that midfield, as it's just been way too easy for the Charlotte Eagles so far.
It was only 41 minutes. What do you make of Abou-Fati's debut for the Blues?
The initial opening sequence for the OC Blues, it was great. He got his touches. As we see a shot go wide there, it's just, getting acclimated with the team, working on that communication. 41 minutes. Maybe I would have liked to seen a little bit longer, but so far, Yazdani's got to be happy with what he saw out there. Necessarily wasn't the goal his fault, so it'll be interesting what Yazdani will say about his debut.
Heading into the final minute of first half normal time, the Charlotte Eagles with a 1-0 lead over the Orange County Blues, courtesy of Drew Yates in the 33rd minute. And Charlotte looking to extend their lead. Textbook defending from Momani. Not textbook passing, however, and the break could be on here. Herrera sprinting into the box. He wanted that ball back. Yates didn't get it to them, though, and the Blues are able to clear. Cortez going 1-on-4. And that pass too easily telegraphed.
Yeah, Cortez working hard there, but he did not have his head up and try to make a blind pass. Charlotte defense was all over that one.
In the first half stoppage time here at Anteater Stadium. And this one played back to McLean. Okai weaves his way through midfield. Kim looking for options, and he plays it long as Bardsley came back. Duckworth taking his time. Just trying to see out this half, the Charlotte Eagles. And the referee will give the free kick to the Orange County Blues as Gautrat goes to the turf. One last chance, perhaps, in this first half for the Blues to get the ball into the box. Zach Boggs standing just in front of it. And this one floated into the danger area. Looking for the flick on, instead bought down on the chest. It's a great ball from Bardsley. However, the men in orange able to clear that ball, and that is how the first half will end. It was all Blues to start this game, but they didn't turn their possession into any dangerous chances, Brad. And then Charlotte grew into this game, and Drew Yates made the Blues pay in the 33rd minute.
Yeah, the Charlotte Eagles were very quiet in their attack. They did not have much of the possession. The OC Blues started out very strong, but being with these tired legs, as they're supposed to be, the Charlotte Eagles, third game in 6 days, completely different story. Drew Yates, as you said, great turn, just past McLean's outstretched fingertips, and already 1-0 Charlotte Eagles.
And the Blues, with all that possession, though, but no inventiveness, no creativity around that final third. That's something that they're really going to have to work on as well, Brad, is getting somebody up to support Chris Cortez.
Chris Cortez is doing a great job filling in for the captain, Alan Russell, tonight, but he needs that help. We saw the last two substitutions there in the 41st minute for the OC Blues. Gabriel Gonzalez coming in and Gibson Bardsley. Initially, first, Gibson Bardsley, very strong, very attacking pressure. That's what Yazdani wants to see, and that's probably why he went with that change here so quickly in the first half.
Well, Steffens will be happy with the first 45 minutes. Yazdani will probably have some choice words for his side as the Orange County Blues trail the Charlotte Eagles 1-0 at the break. We'll be back with you for all the second half action. We're about 1 minute from kickoff for the final 45 minutes between the Orange County Blues and the Charlotte Eagles. And the Charlotte Eagles, Brad, with the 1-0 lead, it was a peach of a goal from Drew Yates.
Oh, he got the ball beautifully at the 18, made a quick little spin move, put it on his left foot, just past the outstretched fingers of Patrick McLean. And sure enough, Charlotte Eagles have the advantage here, 1-0.
And if you're Dariush Yazdani, what did you say to your side at halftime?
Well, we saw he made those quick, late first-half substitutions in the 41st minute, putting in 2 guys. Still has 3 more subs, but I have a feeling it's because of the defensive pressure, or lack thereof. They need to get some help up top with Chris Cortez, and that all starts with the defense and pressuring the ball. If they could do that, Cortez has been doing a beautiful job distributing the ball to his other counterparts, and we can maybe see an equalizing goal early on here in the second half.
Well, the Blues are going to have to come out fighting, change something as they trail 1-0 as we're about to get the second half underway. Orange County in danger of losing their 3rd game on the trot. The same could be said for the Charlotte Eagles, but they do have this 1-0 lead before they head back home to face the Carolina Dynamo in their U.S. Open Cup match. Well, the Blues have one more game before their U.S. Open Cup match. They have to travel to Oklahoma City, who they lost to 2-0 in their home opener.
Yeah, it's going to be their first true road affair for the OC Blues. The first one coming up in Sacramento, still staying in the state of California, but they got a good experience. The Sacramento fans, very ruckus, 20,000 fans, the most that some of these players have ever played in front. They love the atmosphere. They love the excitement. It's unfortunate they wanted to get a point out of that one, but they're going to try and break this 2-game losing skid, and let's see if this second half and late first half substitutions can prove something well and equalize this one up.
And we do have another substitution. We'll give you confirmation once we get it. Is Bardsley saying hi to Herrera? Suggs, or Gautrat rather. Long ball looking forward, as it looks like the Blues will now go 2 up top. Remember, they were down 1-0 at halftime against Sacramento Republic and got an early equalizer in the second half. Boggs, tons of space to run at the defense. Pay did well. Cesar Rivera coming in for Santana. Good move from Dariush Yazdani.
Well, Santana, we didn't call his name very much in that first half. He was kind of absent on the left side. So maybe Yazdani said he needs to put in Cesar and see what he can do from there. But Cesar Rivera, but so far, looking good right now for the Blues in the start of this second half.
And on cue, this is Rivera spinning away from the challenge. Kim. Once again, those passes just too easy to read for the Charlotte Eagles. Good job to step in and let that ball roll through for a throw-in.
If you're Coach Yazdani, you have to let your players know at half you're getting humiliated in front of your home fans. You're not pressuring the ball. He needs to see some excitement, some fire under these players. And before they go on that road trip to Oklahoma City, you want to earn these 3 points.
Boggs chasing. This is Pay. 22-year-old on loan from the Portland Timbers. Spent last season with the Timbers, but didn't make any MLS appearances. As this cross way over hit, and it went out of bounds before it came back in. So it'll be a goal kick for the Charlotte Eagles. As still no corner kicks even for the Orange County Blues. Once again, lacking that inventiveness around the final third.
Yeah, Duckworth has really only had one ball that even came close to his area that he had to make an effort at. It was off the head of Chris Cortez, but easily into his hands, and it was on a free kick. So the Blues need to try and work something in the run of open play and really catch this defense for the Charlotte Eagles off.
Beautifully done this from the Charlotte Eagles. And they look to play that ball down the line. Goes out of bounds. Wonder if Wells Thompson thought that he was offside.
Seemed to be like that as he let that one go, but effort never hurts, and maybe could have had an attack there down that left side.
Gautrat going long. Looking for the flick on. Leathers. Former Vancouver Whitecap plays it forward. Boggs is chasing. Boggs was playing with the New England Revolution and actually took a year off to take a Fulbright scholarship in Leicester, England. Spent last season finding his feet once again playing with the IMG Bradenton Academy PDL team. And now is back in as Kim's going to come off. And so this should be an offensive substitution from Dariush Yazdani. And it definitely is as Giovanni Santana had an assist in the 2-1 loss against the Sacramento Republic.
And that's going to be 4 substitutions for the OC Blues already. They have 1 remaining in this game.
Santana already with a good introduction, good pass, and Cesar Rivera trying to play this ball, but overcooked it just a bit. The referee's assistant on the far side says it did in fact go out. It will be another goal kick for Duckworth.
Well, Yazdani not afraid to pull that trigger here early on in the second half, is looking for a change of this attack and a quick spark. Wonder what he said at halftime, but it seems to be that these OC Blues players are playing with a little bit more fire under them.
Duckworth's goal kick. Gautrat wins the header over Boggs. Bought down by Bardsley. And Bardsley thought he had spun around, but instead it goes out of bounds for a throw-in for Leathers. Good defense from Sekcheri on Bardsley there to close it down the line. Duckworth rather, popped that up in the air. And Leathers has to sweep up. Ball right to Gabriel Gonzalez. Can the Blues take advantage? And that's where Cortez needs to do a better job of holding up the ball. Gonzalez with those lengthy legs, always so hard to get around. However, Charlotte able to manage. Now the ball pushed out on the far side. Good job to keep it in. And this is Gonzalez. Gonzalez moving in, plays it to the top of the box, looking for Cesar Rivera, and smashed clear. And Zach Boggs will be whistled as he sees the flag goes up against him.
And even though Okai made that pass to Chris Cortez in the middle and they lost it, you got to appreciate the opportunity that Okai's trying to give these forwards up top as he's trying to run that attack through the point guys, and that's exactly what Yazdani wants.
Rare miscue from Rivera, but Okai gets it right back. And if you're going to play that ball, you have to play it wide and a bit more diagonal, and the Eagles are flying on the counterattack. Good ball to Herrera. Neatly bought down on the chest. Herrera one-on-one against Gautrat. And the Blues are able to sweep it up. Bardsley will be whistled for the foul. And it's Guzman on the turf once again. Saw him roll around a bit in the first half.
And as we're going to take a look at this replay, Bardsley just kind of runs underneath Charlotte Eagles player there, falling on the ground. Looks like Guzman there.
Took an elbow in the back for sure.
Looked like the hard landing, not very generous to him.
Orange County pretending, or Charlotte rather, pretending like they were going to float it into the box, but you thought they would play it short, and they did. And this is Gonzalez. Gautrat. Bardsley didn't even challenge for that ball. Guzman with the switch. Santana chasing in midfield. Well, Charlotte loves attacking down that left-hand side. Okai skips past his defenders. Good ball in for Rivera. And a great job by Matt Gold to come over and cover.
Great communication between Cesar Rivera and Stephen Okai, threading the needle there.
Duckworth taking his time. It'll be a throw in for Josh Suggs. Have yet to see him really get forward.
He could do wonders with that left foot crossing it into the box. So let's see if he could get forward and maybe find the likes of Cesar Rivera and Chris Cortez at that 6-yard box and put away a nice little header.
Umpire with a lovely first touch to set himself up and then lost the ball. However, the Blues win it back in the center circle. Little feint from Gotra. Okai looking to dictate the rhythm of this game for the Blues. But once again, the pass is astray.
The official sponsor of the Orange County Blues is aspiring to be the
54th minute from Anteater Stadium. And the only thing separating these two sides is a 33rd minute goal from Drew Yates. As a reminder, to follow USLProSoccer.com. Scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. And, of course, the result of this one will be up later tonight, and you can take a look at the upcoming fixtures this weekend. And they will no doubt include the Orange County Blues playing outside of California for the first time this season as they travel to Oklahoma City.
They've already played the LA Galaxy 2-3 times this season, and the other coming at Sacramento away from the friendly confines here at Anteater Stadium.
Well, they might be friendly. Can they make them happy here? Played across. Is Charlotte able to get a foot on it? Good job to save that ball. Put back into the mix. Charlotte cleared away once again and are looking to counter. Herrera, perfect ball. And that's good defending on the far side.
Great job by the Blues there, getting back and the quick restart. Let's see if this can spring something forward here for the Blues, as they've really looked a lot better at the start of this second half.
Suggs. No options in the middle for that little ball played on the ground forward. Instead, he has to get it to Okai. That's better as Okai able to get it out wide. Gonzalez. Rivera. Rivera popping up all over the place. And that ball with just a bit too much mustard on it, but it was a good idea. As for the first time, Suggs got forward.
And it looks like Steffens is going to make his first substitution of the match.
It's Gentile who's going to come in, and it's Zach Boggs who's going to leave us. Boggs working all alone up top. Forwards are usually the first to fade, especially when they're playing by themselves and have to chase a back four. Giuseppe Gentile, the 21-year-old on loan from the Chicago Fire, makes his 5th appearance of the season. Charlotte Eagles fans know him well from his time at UNC Charlotte as well. Another poor giveaway from Okai, but he makes amends. And that's better from Suggs. Oh, Gonzalez through the legs. Giovanni Santana to the far post. And it's going to go out for the first corner kick of the game for Orange County.
The ref's changing his call, and the sideline ref had offsides flag up first. So a little reversal there, and still no corner kick for the OC Blues. As we take a look at this replay, beautiful ball gets played through, but on that backside, Bardsley just ahead of that last defender. Maybe if that one was hit to Cortez near in the middle, could have been onside and a chance at goal.
Well, I stand corrected. Offside was the proper call on that one. Yates. Forward, looking to curl it to the far corner. That is a contender for goal of the week. An absolute showstopper. And once again, it looked like Orange County were having the run of play, but Charlotte pegs them back.
As we could see, Charlotte Eagles are elated with that one.
Believe it was Newman in the 59th minute. Newnham getting forward at every opportunity. A wonder strike from Ben Newnham. His first goal of the season, and what a way to get it.
At the corner of the 18-yard box. That looks like something you see out of a FIFA video game there, Mark. Very unfortunate for Patrick McLean getting caught off his line, as he didn't believe there was any angle for Newman to go on him at goal, but beautifully bent with the right foot.
Ball played in the box, just missed. Sent right back in. Blues looking for an instant reply. Bardsley with the header. Their attack repelled once again. Darren Toby is about to make his 5th appearance of the season, as he's going to replace Fred Sekchiri. Good night for Sekchiri, holding down that midfield. And Darren Toby, back for a second stint with the club, was with the Charlotte Eagles from 2008 through 2012, but spent last season with VSI Tampa Bay.
Number 18, Darren Toby, replacing number 2, Fred Sekchiri.
Go Tra. Suggs slipped, and just kind of a microcosm of this game for the Blues, Brad.
Well, they came out very strong here in the second half. They had all the possession, just like the way they started off the first half. Yazdani had to like the pressure from his substitutions. Cesar Rivera doing a great job. But then, on a long ball into the left corner, Newman makes an unbelievable shot from the corner of the 18, catches McLean off, and it's 2-0.
All too much space, but this time the shot was always tailing away from Patrick McLean's goal, as the Orange County Blues came into this game with the worst defense in the USL Pro, 15 goals against, have now allowed 17.
Is the official general physician for the OC Blues. Dr. Gutierrez is on staff at the Orange County Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, located in
And cleared to safety.
And here's going to be that replay on the shot that just went wide. But again, like you said, way too much space in the open field there for Charlotte, as they're looking to add on to that 2-0 lead.
Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information.
Crossed in from the far side, and it's too easy for Charlotte. The Blues at the moment enjoying possession, but the Eagles enjoying the lead. The Blues are getting set to hit the switch on their final substitution. Have that information for you in just a second. There's a free kick for the Blues, and they play it quickly.
A little bit more pace on that ball, and they could have continued to switch it over here to the left side. But again, another giveaway by the OC Blues, and Charlotte looks to take advantage.
Duckworth. Do you think after that 58th minute strike, the Blues players, every time they see Ben, are going to look at him and go, Newnham? Probably not the first time he's heard that one, I'm sure.
If I had to take a bet on that one, I would agree with you.
Gautreau has space to go, and instead plays it right at Herrera.
Blues news at www.ocbluesfc.com. Like
Leathers
us on
getting into
Facebook
the
and
attack.
follow
That's a
us on
good
Twitter
cross.
and Instagram.
And almost fell for
Post your
Herrera.
pictures on social media and hashtag #MyOCBlues
Left back.
for a chance to win free swag.
And the Blues were able to clear. Strong header won by Darren Toby, the 32-year-old from Trinidad and Tobago. And the ball will stay with the Charlotte Eagles as the Blues look very deflated at the moment.
And Yates looked to add on to that assist lead he has here in the league, leaving that ball off. Almost had number 5.
Fans, visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. And I bet you there will be a video of that wonder strike by Ben Noonan on that Facebook page.
At minute 64, substitution for the OC Blues, number 27, Mohamed Rockneypour, replacing number 9, Chris Cortez.
Cortez's night is done, as that's all she wrote for Yazdani. No more aces up his sleeve as Rockneypour is in for Cortez. Rockneypour making his 5th appearance off the bench this season. Silky from Yates tried to thread it through for Herrera, and the Blues looking to counter. That's a brilliant ball for Bardsley. Oh, Bardsley with the heavy touch. And can he salvage it? Yes, he can. Has Duckworth out of the goal. And Orange County able to, or the Charlotte Eagles rather, able to recover. Still could be on here. Bardsley goes down, turned, and played over.
Unfortunate for the OC Blues as they are still looking to score that first goal. That could have easily got them back into this one. Almost a crazy counterattack. And as we watch this replay, the ball beautifully sent to Bardsley. His first touch a little long. Chases after it. Keeps it alive past Duckworth. But here comes Gabriel Gonzalez to chip it back into the middle. Bardsley continues to play with it. And Rockneypour just wide over the goal.
Rockneypour still looking for his first professional goal.
Let's go, Blues fans. Let them hear you out there.
Had an assist in that 4-1 win against the Harrisburg City Islanders on the corner kick for Chris Cortez's first of 2 goals on that evening.
That was quite a series there, but pretty much the only work that Duckworth has had to do all night, the netminder for the Charlotte Eagles.
Good work from Gonzalez. Telling ball over the top for Rockneypour. And Duckworth was off his line quickly.
Dr. David Velasquez is the official chiropractor of the OC Blues. Dr. Velasquez is located in the city of Brea. To learn more about Dr. Velasquez,
Herrera.
give him a call at 714-990.
Herrera's been kept quiet tonight, but you can't say the same about Yates or Noonan.
Sign up for our Enter to Win contest. You can win an OC Blues scarf or 4 tickets to our
And
next
Herrera has
home game.
been with the Charlotte Eagles since 2007. But before that, he played for some of the best clubs in Colombia and South America. He played for Huracan in Argentina, played for Guarani in Paraguay, and he also played for Millonarios and Atlético Nacional, 2 of the most famous teams in his native country.
And a famous Colombian, Carlos Valderrama, Drew Yates playing a little bit like him, setting up Jorge Herrera this season.
No, he doesn't have the hair for it. Suggs, happy to see it go off the head of Leathers and out of bounds. Gibson Bardsley wants to play quickly. However, 2 balls on the field.
That might help right now.
Bardsley. Little touch inside. And Rivera will send it long. Was looking for Pay to make it a run on the far side. And chased down, but Charlotte win it back. The Blues might be winning the first ball, but they're not getting the second one. This time, Okai does get to it. However, Charlotte's on the third ball. Toby. Everyone for Charlotte getting a touch at the moment. On a little slip, and that will be a handball.
Blues just could not catch a break right there.
That ball searching for Bardsley, headed clear.
Visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL
Good diagonal run.
And be sure to follow
Gentile
them on Twitter for all the latest updates.
Wins the throw-in.
The Orange County Blues
We saw the speed of Gentile there to get in the corner, but Gautreau did a great job to stay with him.
Way too much space for Gino. Once again, the Blues waiting for the ball to be played before stepping up, and the space is opened up. That's a tremendous save from Patrick McLean. Former Chivas USA goalkeeper paws it to safety. Brad, I don't know if you watched that amazing comeback from Crystal Palace against Liverpool, but what happened on that first goal is that Glenn Johnson didn't engage, and he was too far behind. He allowed the shot, hit off him, deflected, and went in. I think that's one of the problems that the Blues are having tonight. They're not stepping up and closing down that space.
And as we saw in that replay, all the time in the world, closed down by a deflection, but McLean had to come out and make a great save. That very easily could be 3-0 Charlotte Eagles, but McLean trying to keep this one close. And one goal right here from the OC Blues, and we have ourselves a brand new ball game.
Running out of time, 70th minute. But a goal, just like you said, Brad, could set up a nervy finale for Charlotte Eagles fans.
And it'll be interesting to see what Steffens, the head coach for Charlotte, does if he makes some substitutions and try to eat some time away. As they still have subs remaining, the Blues all out, all 5 subs in the game.
Gautreau frustrated with himself, trying to play it up the line. In the end, it does allow blue jerseys to get back behind the ball. Space once again, this time trying to thread it through was Guzman. McLean came off his line bravely.
Despite playing all these games, Mark, Charlotte's legs still look very fresh. Very surprising for this long road trip they have for Charlotte and the way the schedule is set up for them, but their presence is clearly showing as they have the 2-0 lead tonight.
Charlotte looking to keep just their second clean sheet of the season after beating in-state rivals Wilmington 2-0. And that win against Wilmington was quite a feat, just as it would be here if they're able to see this one out. They played the Chicago Fire Reserves at home, scored 2 goals in 3 minutes, gave up 3 goals to lose that game, then had to take a 3.5-hour drive as this one's pumped into the box. And once again, no one threatening for the Blues. But Charlotte took a 3-hour drive from Central Carolina to the coast to face off against the Wilmington Hammerheads, and they won that match 2-0 after playing 2 games in less than 24 hours. Third corner kick of the game for the Eagles.
And as we saw, David Gino took that ball all the way from the box of Charlotte's defense up the field about 80 yards. That cannot happen.
Gino will turn 22 on Saturday, so happy early birthday to him.
It's going to be another corner for Charlotte as Herrera's just wasting time away.
Herrera will play it short. Able to swing it in, and McLean climbs the ladder. Looking for Rivera. And Rivera's only had one start in his 7 appearances. I talked to John Spencer, the general manager of the Orange County Blues, about Rivera, and he said, we didn't intend for him to become a super sub, as they call him, but he's just so crafty and so good at running at tired defenses that it made sense for him to come on in the final 20, 30 minutes of a game and give that creativity to the Orange County Blues. However, he's still trying to work his way into the lineup, the starting lineup rather, and both Rivera and general manager John Spencer are hoping that he can do that in time.
Yeah, right now he's still very critical to what the OC Blues are trying to do here, so I'm sure soon enough he will get that starting nod.
A chance could be on here. 3 against 4. Gonzalez cutting inside. Nice little ball back from Giovanni Santana, but the cross is cleared once again. Charlotte bossing their area, not allowing anything through. Gentile chasing on the far side. Herrera's at the top of the box if Gentile can get out of the corner. A bit of a miscue will give Orange County the goal kick. Fans, make sure to follow @USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates.
Let's go, Blues fans. Let me hear you get loud.
And Brad, I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but you are now on Twitter. Give us your handle.
Yes, I am
Where you
at
Super Blues?
Brad J. Paul.
Get loud, fans. Let's go.
So if you have any trouble or any problems with this broadcast, please send your tweets to @BradJPaul and not to @SoccerCerber.
Feels good to be in the Twitter world, Mark.
Just wait. Charlotte Eagles comfortable in possession, comfortable with a 2-0 lead, looking for more as this ball played across, and McLean did just enough. Not sure what Bernard Hosu, the referee, called there, but it will be a get-out-of-jail-free card for the Orange County Blues. Mark Serber alongside Brad Paul as we're in the 76th minute here at Anteater Stadium on the campus of UC Irvine. And a reminder that Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow @NikeSoccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike soccer information. Another needless giveaway in midfield. Blues just so cheap in possession at the moment. Leathers recovers.
And currently, Herrera held to no goals, no assists.
Rivera 2-on-1. Elects to keep the ball, takes the space, looking to curl it toward that upper corner. And once again, the chance goes begging. All it's going to take is one, though, Brad.
Shot by number 10, Cesar Rivera.
Very smart from Rivera, Brad. Once he saw that the space was closed, he took that space, but just unable to get proper contact on the ball to curl it into that upper corner.
Maybe trying to do a Newman there. Curl that one in. And that was a beautiful goal early on for the second for Charlotte. But opportunities Blues must capitalize on.
Well, we've witnessed 2 brilliant goals from the Charlotte Eagles tonight.
The Yates to Herrera connection's been all over the place tonight, but Herrera, no point yet tonight. His streak of consecutive games with a point is in jeopardy.
Rivera. Little flick on for Gabriel Gonzalez. Plays it out wide on the far side. Rivera twisting and turning, leaves it off for Giovanni Santana. And now Charlotte content to just sit behind the ball and make sure that they don't get beat. And Okai unable to thread it through that orange wall.
And this is a lot better from the OC Blues in their triangles, connecting those passes.
Charlotte Eagles defense well stationed as they're able to get it clear. Rivera looking for options. Smart step in front of him. Just look at him eat up ground on the far side. Herrera trying to get into the box. Herrera's there, and McLean denies him. You'd put your mortgage on Herrera scoring from there. And a good recovery to get that ball back for Ruknipur.
Well, he had to make about a 50-yard run and maybe just ran out of gas.
Well, it was Momeni, rather, getting to the byline. However, unable to put that one back across goal. Another goal kick for Orange County, who's starting to play with some urgency.
And there's that replay. McLean putting out that big right paw of his to keep Herrera from a point in this match, and his point streak in jeopardy still. But that was quite a long ball that pushed the attack forward for Charlotte, trying to catch him on that counter.
Suggs. Too high. Easy for Duckworth in the end. The service has got to be better from the Orange County Blues.
Legs getting tired here, but OC Blues all out of their substitutions right now, having to play this game with the remainder with who's out there.
Well stepped in by Mirshad Momeni. He's done a good job of getting forward in the second half.
And subscribe for free to the OC Blues FC YouTube channel today.
I'd like to give a shout out to Evan Mundine. Evan, if you're watching, thank you for tuning in tonight. One of the Orange County Blues' biggest supporters and one of the most inspirational people that I know. Flick on looking for Suggs, trying to use that speed. Well recovered by Leathers.
And we're reaching 10 minutes of regular time remaining here in this one. Blues need to get one on the board, make this final 10 minutes interesting.
Well, Suggs, who stayed at home in the first half, is getting forward here. Santana wants to join the party. And Momeni unable to get there first. Guzman unable to get to it. Okai wins it. Gonzalez. Played in toward that back post. Gibson goes up, and he'll be whistled for the foul on Duckworth.
Duckworth not pleased about that one, just going to eat up some time here. As we see the replay, Gonzalez plays it out wide. This ball's going to be shoved in the middle. Duckworth having to punch it out. Had his feet taken out from under him and earns a free kick.
Once again, though, that cross too close to the goalkeeper. And the Eagles continue to keep the Blues off the board.
Need to do better with those possessions they get in the defense.
Orange County with 7 clean sheets last season, the 4th best defense in the USL Pro. Can't say the same for them this year. No clean sheets through their first 7 games. Well, the inner passing was devastating until the ball was given away, but it's one right back. Rivera threads it through for Ruknipur. 21-year-old looking to create something at the top of the box. Goes for the shot. And this time it will be the first corner kick of the game for the Orange County Blues. They've had to wait till the 83rd minute to get it.
Number 27, Mohamed Ruknipur.
Ruknipur, former Iranian youth international.
And he's going to take this replay on his right foot. Fires near post. Just wide, but it was deflected. And like you said, Mark, first corner kick coming in the 83rd minute. Got to do better.
In swinger from the near side. Good ball played back across, but the Eagles able to deal with it. A chance for a long throw in here. This is where the Blues could use Jimmy Turner. He can launch them into the box. Turner will not see action tonight, though, as the Blues have used all 5 of their substitutions. Thompson swings it into the danger area. Space. And that was a poor touch to give the ball back to the Blues when it should have been 3-0. Okay. Quick touch outside. Rivera trying to chip it over the top once again. Duckworth read it well. 2-0 in the 84th minute of play. We've witnessed 2 wonder goals from the Charlotte Eagles tonight. The first one by Yates in the 33rd, and the second coming from Noonan in the 58th minute.
And nothing that Patrick McLean could do about those goals. They were beautifully struck.
McLean with the goal kick in the 85th minute. Thompson rose highest to win that header.
Leslie Bullock, you've won 4 free tickets to our next home match, Saturday,
Okay.
May 31st.
Rolls it on the
7
turf.
p.m. against Arizona United. And Daisy Cortez,
And the
you
Blues
are the
will
winner
recycle.
of a blue scarf. Congratulations, guys.
Another ball played over the top, and another ball that Duckworth will claim.
These are desperate tries here by the OC Blues, trying to force the action and get as much of an attack going forward as possible, as we are now in the 86th minute here. 2-0, the Charlotte Eagles over the Orange County Blues at the moment. This game has opened up. Charlotte just playing possession here.
Nice skip from Leathers. Pulls it back. And almost an own goal. McLean got down well. Good reaction save from the former Chivas USA man. And good shielding from Rivera. And Rivera loses out to 2 orange jerseys on the far side. And the break could be on once again for the Eagles. Looking to finish this game in style in the 86th minute. Leathers arrives on the scene. And no reason to push the envelope at this juncture of the game for the Charlotte Eagles. They continue to pour forward here, though. Have to make sure they're not caught on the counter. Lovely reverse pass from Santana. Perfectly weighted ball to the feet of Gibson. And that one cleared to safety. It'll be a second corner kick of the game for the Orange County Blues. Can the Blues get something off the set piece?
Corner kick, OC Blues.
87th minute. Can the Blues claw their way back into this one? Will be an in-swinger from the far side. Pay is up from the back. Okai got up just too tall for him. And it will roll harmlessly out of bounds for a throw-in for the Charlotte Eagles. As we are now in the 88th minute of play. Goals from Yates in the 33rd and Noonan in the 58th. And Charlotte are sitting pretty here in the final minutes of this contest.
Head coach for Charlotte Eagles, the veteran Mark Steffens, got to be happy with the way his team is playing tonight.
Gentile looking to run. A good job to wait for Thompson to make that run on the far side, but he played it over him. Duckworth with time.
Compete Sports
Herrera.
Performance and Rehab is the official OC Blues athletic training partner. Learn more about head trainer Chris Phillips and his staff at www.competeperformance.com.
Well stepped in by Okai. Bardsley looking to take advantage.
Tickets are still available.
That's a
for our
good
next
tackle from
home match,
Leathers.
Saturday, May 31st at 7 p.m. against Arizona United.
Herrera unable to weave his way through the midfield.
For $5.
Still chasing
Tickets are
Herrera.
$15 day of the game.
McLean looking for Suggs. Lovely flick on. Ruckneyport doesn't get to it though, and it'll go all the way back to Duckworth. USL Pro on YouTube. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. We'll get back to that in a second. 2-on-4 break here. Play to the top of the box. No one stepping out. And this one flashes wide across the goal. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Orange County Blues YouTube channel and the Charlotte Eagles YouTube channel as well. We'll talk about the DVR. If you want to go back and look at that play, all you have to do is hit that DVR setting and go right to that minute. Speaking of minutes, we're in the final 30 seconds of normal time, and it looks like it's going to be 3 points for the Eagles and 3 straight losses for the Blues. The one thing I will say about the Blues, Brad, though, is they've done a great job tonight of not being split. We've seen in every game that we've done, the Blues either get beat by a ball played through or over the top, and that hasn't happened tonight, even in the absence of McKenzie.
Yeah, and we see here late in the second half, as we're going to get a yellow card real quick for delay of game. But back to the defense, not getting caught. It's been wide open here in the second half, but that's because the Blues have been trying to push all their men forward. But still, keeping them to 2 goals only here, nothing off those through ball attacks.
You have to say, if it weren't players of the quality of Yates and Noonan, it could still be 0-0 here heading into stoppage time.
Those are very incredible goals. Newman's the FIFA-esque like free kick, curve goal up into that right corner.
Well, it's a worthy finish at any level. And it was the goal that took the wind out of the sails of this Orange County Blues side. Oh, and out of the box. Catching that was Duckworth. He was in that half circle. Bernard Hosu lets it go. That could have been a lifeline for the Blues.
He looked to the sideline ref for confirmation, but as we see right here, Duckworth is going to come out and catch it, and his feet go over that 18-yard box line. I don't know what the sideline ref was saying because he said play on. He clearly missed that.
Go Trow. He's had a solid game in the center defense tonight. Momeni, for the most part, has been strong on that far side. Done a good job of getting forward and back. Herrera, the metronome of this Charlotte Eagles side, looking to finish this game with a flourish. Well, forget the flourish. They're just going to hold the ball.
Playing it smart. Take this one back. And that is going to do it for us tonight.
Well, the Charlotte Eagles win tonight very comfortably, 2-0. 2 wonder strikes, worth using that DVR interactivity thing on YouTube to go back and witness the goals from Drew Yates in the 33rd minute and then Noonan in the 58th minute as well. And, Brad, it's going to be tough for this Orange County team to recover. What do they have to do as they go to Oklahoma City to face off against the Energy in a stadium that's most likely going to have 4,500 Raucous fans.
Well, they've just lost their third straight game, and tonight they did not put any goals in the back of the net. So that's going to be the first order of business, is making sure that offensive attack is ready to go, especially on the road here. But with the offense that we saw early, Chris Cortez in place of the captain, Alan Russell, he did a great job. He just did not have the supporting cast with him. You got to like the effort that came out in the second half, but still just falling short, and another defeat for the OC Blues.
For Orange County, they had periods where they kept possession of the ball, but just no invention in that final third for them.
Yeah, the possession really took a turn here in the second half. The Charlotte Eagles just playing keep away from the OC Blues and working those opportunities. Newman got that ball at the corner on a counterattack. Beautifully played ball. Nothing McLean could do about it. Eagles walk away with this one and the 3 points.
And for the most part, the Blues defense did well. The one thing we can say, though, is on both goals, they didn't step to the ball quick enough.
It seemed like that all night. That's why maybe those quick first-half substitution by Dariush Yazdani was played in early, and he used all his substitutions tonight. So I think a lot of that had to do with the lack of defensive pressure, but got to turn that around early and make those adjustments in the middle of the game without having to make a substitution.
Well, Mark Steffens said that one of the biggest things he was working on was team chemistry with all these new players. It looked spot on tonight, as we will now go down to the field where Hersini Del Cid has an interview.
Your loss. Can you tell us how it looked from the defense side?
I thought our shape was decent, but I think we lacked overall pressure on the ball. So
Now, I'm sorry, but can you tell us what the communication was from behind? It seemed like the Eagles had a little bit more communications. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, maybe that's what it looked like, but yeah, just a couple breakdowns. We weren't pressuring hard enough on the ball, and that's what led to the 2 goals.
And now you go to Oklahoma City. Can you tell us what you look forward to on this travel?
Look forward to just coming together, work harder, and get a W.
Great, thank you so much. And looks like Super Blue was doing some crazy things in the back, kind of got me distracted there. But good luck, and hope you have a good win against Oklahoma City.
Okay,
thank you very much. Thank you. Back to you guys. Thank you.
Well, Brad, exactly what we said. The Blues just not putting on enough pressure. The Charlotte Eagles lost against the LA Galaxy 2-1. Mark Steffens said it was because of 2 soft goals. Well, you can't say the same thing for the Blues here tonight.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You even heard Gautreau there saying defensive pressure was just not there, and he played all game, and he was out there physically seeing what was going on, and he's going to have some words with his counterparts in the back on how they can improve when they go on the road here to face the Energy.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how Dariush Yazdani rings the changes and how the reintroduction of Alan Russell and Seth Moses in the lineup, if they're fit to go on Saturday, will change the complexion of this Blues side.
Yeah, we'll be able to give Momeni an opportunity to push forward into his natural right wing position. So we're hoping that we see Moses out there. And ever since he pulled that hamstring, hasn't really been quite the same out there with the defense. We did get the addition of Rashawn McKenzie, but he is currently on loan with the Portland Timbers to get that game against the LA Galaxy this weekend. So I would expect to see a different attack if we can get Momeni back out on the right side with Seth Moses playing right back.
And the 2 of them did work well together at the beginning of this season. For Orange County, shut out yet again, and they're going to have to start finding some goals. Where are they going to come from?
I would expect to see maybe Cesar Rivera get into that starting 11. He came on as a great opportunity, like you said, a super sub, and they want to push him into the starting lineup. So look for maybe a change of the starting 11 with the addition of Alan Russell, who was nursing a little injury tonight.
Well, Charlotte has now overtaken the all-time series 3-2-1, and there have been 14 goals for the Charlotte Eagles and just 12 goals conceded. This is just the second game between these 2 sides that wasn't decided by just 1 goal.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because here on the home confines of Anteater Stadium, 3 straight losses can't be well for the players' morale, and they're going to have to look to turn that around and quickly as they go on the road.
And for the Charlotte Eagles, will they get to go home and play that U.S. Open Cup match against the Carolina Dynamo? But after that, it's right back on the road. But we've talked about it before, and I'm going to say it again. This is Mark Steffen's team, and he knows how to take points off of teams on the road, and we witnessed that here tonight.
Won the championship twice already as a coach. Made it to the finals last year. A lot of new players this season, but he knows the chemistry and what makes success and can get those points even on the road.
Well, we're going to go back down to the field where Herceny Del Cid. Well, Herceny Del Cid actually doesn't have anybody, so I think what we're going to do now is just say goodnight. It's goodnight here from Anteater Stadium. For Brad Paul, I'm Mark Serber. The Orange County Blues fall to the Charlotte Eagles 2-0.